This is Hannibal here from the HannibalTV.com with a daily wrestling news update. I am wearing my Hannibal 420 sweater, which you can get in our merchandise site, which is in the description of this video, or through the HannibalTV.com link, or you can buy the sweater I'm wearing here out on my balcony last night. My friend came over and we got very, very high. Smoked a lot of weed last night. So interesting night, but I'll shut up and get into the news. Bobby Lashley is currently in Birmingham, Alabama, getting his shoulder checked out. He has been injured since the Royal Rumble, and apparently this is one of the reasons why he didn't do much in the Elimination Chamber match this past weekend. The Rock's new XFL and the NFL are partnering together to do football innovation things. So it looks like XFL and NFL will not be enemies once the XFL gets started again. And of course, The Rock's ex-wife, Dani Garcia, is helping him run the XFL. He has a good relationship with his ex. Devon Dudley says his recent back surgery went well and he plans to go back in the ring. Tyson Fury says he's going to face UFC champion Francis Ngannou in either February or March in a boxing match. Of course, leaving UFC will cause Ngannou some heat. Brock Lesnar was on Pat McAfee's YouTube show, where I watched the full episode. He was definitely a baby face in the episode. Sorry, I'm going to have some water here. In the episode, he talked about street fighting as a kid, going on vacation to Alaska to slaughter animals, which I thought was pretty funny that he likes to slaughter animals as a vacation. He no longer does free weights or squats. He'll keep wrestling as long as he's making money. He doesn't need to make any more money because he has a farm that's very successful, and he saved his money well. But he likes wrestling, and as long as they want to keep paying him huge money, he'll keep wrestling. He also says he doesn't watch UFC anymore, and he feels UFC doesn't have enough household names. He also feels WWE's younger generation need to step it up and get over. He said he would have liked to have wrestled Steve Austin. Who knows, that might still happen in the future if Austin starts coming back. And he also said he gets nervous around crowds and needs to decompress for a while after. So that's pretty much it for the news. Subscribe to the channel, like this video. I'll get into a couple of your questions. Zach saying hello. Wyatt saying, what's up, big dog? Anthony Shabbat gave me a shout out on his channel. Hello, David. Hello, Mitch. This fellow says, smoke that devil's lettuce. Yeah, well, it is a long weekend here in Canada, so that's what I did for the long weekend day. I smoked until like 7 in the morning last night. Then I got up, worked out. And I'm going to work out again after this, drinking some coffee from my Libra mug, because I am a Libra. Because I'm such a balanced person, aren't I? Chris says, hey, Dave. It's Dave checking in from Brantford, Ontario. He says, I got this. Keith says, fire it up. Mike, I am working on a Bob Backlund interview for the near future. It all depends if they let me have it or not, but there's someone looking into it right now for me. So we'll see if it happens. That same person is looking into a Karrion Kross interview for me. X-Monster says Tyson would destroy him. Well, Ngannou would make a lot more for that fight than he would for having another UFC fight, because that would be a super boxing fight. So the main thing is the payday. Mark wants me to wrestle Trudeau. Matthew, do I hate people? No, not really. Ralph says, good evening. Does Great North Wrestling have a Wall of Fame? I'm not really into Hall of Fames. The Honky Tonk Man would definitely be in there. Sean, no update on Cody other than it looks like he's probably going to WWE. Chuck, from what I read in the Observer this week, this was a few days ago, Jericho re-signed with AEW, so he'll be there for a while. When's spring coming? It's cold. Yeah, I've had enough of the winter. I've so had enough of the winter. People do not like Justin Trudeau these days. Wallace, am I getting healthier? If you're talking about my shoulder, where I have my pec tear from the Scorpio match, yeah, it's feeling great. When can we get another Wayne Ferris interview? He told me I've tried a bunch of times. He says he's very disenchanted with wrestling and doesn't want to have anything to do with wrestling for now. Mike checking in from Long Beach, California, where I've been a bunch of times. Cass, Mil Mortes is going to do a shoot interview with me on this channel, I believe on March 1st. But that match, due to some COVID regulations, a lot of them that were added to the show April 23rd that was supposed to happen in Ottawa, I canceled the show. The people that bought tickets online have been refunded. I just don't want to get into events where there's a chance I'm not going to make money. I'm a businessman, and these COVID regulations are a real pain in the ass. Our September 3rd show in Petawawa, Ontario, we're still going ahead with, but I'm not booking it yet. But the arena is booked, and I think hopefully the COVID rules will be more relaxed by then. They seem to be starting to loosen up here. John says Cody is going to be Stardust again. I doubt it, although they might have him do that gimmick here and there. David, I'm not really a fan of any of the Hall of Fames. PK1, I do have an old interview with Scott Steiner on this channel when we were driving to a Great North Wrestling show together. I would like to interview him again, but he doesn't seem to want to do a shoot interview. I've asked him a bunch of times. Matthew, yeah, I did meet Eddie Guerrero at a SmackDown taping in Bakersfield, California, that I was an extra for WWE on. Ben McDonald's, what I was asked when I was why I was better than Mike Knox, what was my answer? For anyone that doesn't know this, when WWE hired me, even though the contract ultimately got rescinded, when they called me to hire me, it was Johnny Ace and Ty Bailey on a conference call with me. And before they hired me, the question was, why am I better than Mike Knox? Because I guess I have a similar look to Mike Knox. I think I'm more muscular, but we're similar heights. Maybe they saw me in a similar role than that. And to answer your question, I said I have more of a mean streak than him, which I do. And I'm more vicious than him. And they agreed with me. Mind you, the mean streak gets me into trouble, which is why I'm kind of disillusioned with wrestling these days. But I do appreciate all of the fans that support me. Christopher, do I see The Rock returning to face Roman Reigns at next year's WrestleMania? Anything's possible. John, yeah, there's a lot of legends left out of the WWE Hall of Fame. It's very political, yes. Mike, do I miss PCW Ultra Arena fans? They're great. The January PCW Ultra show was canceled. I believe the April show was also canceled. I don't know what the future is there with PCW Ultra. Only time will tell. My main focus right now is on my Blood Hunter Thirst and Rage movie. And from there, the other projects, as well as we'll look into it as September 3rd approaches, the event I have booked there. Ralph, do I think AEW and WWE are going to be working together? No, I don't think so. But I do think they're going to be trying to sign each other's talent as the contracts expire. Would I wrestle Brock Lesnar? He would be one of the people I would have loved to have wrestled. Big J21. That would have been great. Joe, why hasn't Luther been on AEW? Who knows? From what I understand, he wasn't very good, but I haven't watched an AEW show in 2022. So Ralph is excited for the movie. Well, the GoFundMe link is in the description of this video if anyone wants to help with the movie's budget. Any little bit helps, but it's going to be pretty cool. It's a vampire wrestling movie, two of my favorite things, and it's going to be not a porn, but it's going to be erotic. So I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be a lot of fun. It's going to be like truly what I would want in a movie, I think. And I think the directors and producers have similar visions to me, and I'm really excited about it. Ryan, can I interview Scott Steiner soon? I would love to. I also really want to interview Sid soon. I'm working on a bunch of them right now. Chris, Impact sucks. I have zero interest in watching that. Have a great night, everyone. I love that you guys support me. And if you're not subscribed, please subscribe. We just reached 313,000 subscribers. Help me get to 500,000 step by step. We can do it. Thank you for watching the Hannibal TV. Please help me out and like this video. Then click the subscribe and get notifications buttons so you don't miss any of my latest shoot interviews, match videos, or news updates. Follow us on Facebook at The Hannibal TV for more live streams and videos. And while you're at it, follow us on Instagram and Twitter at The Hannibal TV.